Hi guys, welcome back. It's been a while. I've been quite busy having my dad get around the hospital, and well, not last week, so I haven't been able to do it much. But anyway, been able to back work again this week. So, it's a quick update. I've decided I wanted to pin the engine, front half of it, the fan, to the front of the bike, just to give it more stability. So I've added some more short bits of tubing in here, just give it more surface area when it sticks onto the bike there. Just do it up there, like this here. So I've drilled a hole, and I've got a smaller piece of tubing. So I used smaller pieces of tube until that one fits there, and that also fits the size of my drill bit, which is the largest bit I've got, and then that will fit snugly. Get it out there into there. Boom. There we go. So that will fit in there a bit further, and that will fit into there really nice and tight. So I'll be back in a bit. I'm going to add some detail onto the engine, make it look more like an engine rather than just a tube, and add a bit more detail under here. So I'll just slot some bits of thin bits of plastic card rod, make it look like pipes and wires and gubbins. And right, we're back. Right, guys. Cheers. Welcome back. As you can see, things are more different. I've got a brand new desk organiser here. Sorted out a lot of things on my desk, and I've got quite a bit far ahead in that last section. So I'll start off with the main first part, rather. The engine. Let's have a look. So I've added some more detail here. You might have seen on Facebook. I just uploaded some pictures recently. Some of the details are a bit obscured, but it's going to be obscured anyway when that's attached to the bike. But I've been looking at some jet engines again, like I said before, at the wiring and the cabling that's on there. So I've used some thin florist wire, very thin stuff here, and bent it into the shapes I've seen on the engines, and made some little connectors there out of plastic card, styrene tubing, just so that it will secure more. It would fit on there more securely, rather. Plastic to plastic being a nicer, stronger bond there for that. There might be some more detail I'll add to this as I go along, especially larger tubing which I'll add coming from here, vents and that sort of stuff. Let's zoom out a little bit. What I've been trying out is making my own sort of cabling. So I do have some guitar strings, and they only got to a certain thickness. I was actually watching one of Dr. Cranky's videos where he was making shock absorbers, just using wire coiled up, and got me thinking, well, I could make my own cables myself. And this is just a prototype one, and I realised that I've got two lengths of wire, one thinner than the other, and what I should have done was bent the thicker wire first into shape, and then wound the thinner wire around it, because as you can see, because I did it all as one straight length, when I bent it into shape I had to use a vise to get it to smaller shapes and some brute strength. As you can see there, it exposes the wire underneath too much, so on another piece I bent the wire first and wound it around, and that was a lot better. But I think for now that might be a bit too thick for what I'm looking at doing for this. So I've got some other thicknesses. Florist wire is all good, you can get that kind of stuff like this, and other thicker parts. So as you can see there, that fits now nicely into here, like that. So I want to have some tubing which will connect into here, and as I said, maybe something which represents, vents or other cabling bits and bobs, just to reinforce that connection between the front of the fan to the bike. My idea of keeping this around here, because I was thinking of perhaps just using the front end, was that this is like acts as a sort of armoured shroud, something like that around it perhaps. So that was the idea behind keeping that. And as you can see, before I went on to add these pipes and tubings and this sort of thing, I started to think I've got to be careful about where the legs go, because I'm using these Scout legs because it's made to fit the model, and I didn't want to use the original Scout bike foot plates. I've used these foot plates from the Storm Town, from the Land Speeder Storm, I think it was, and the Scout one, when it was called, and I've cut those off, and it was quite fiddly trying to get this to fit on there, because one leg sits closer to the body than the other, so I had a bit of a job getting these lined up. And as you can see, I've used one tube stuck on the end of this rod here, which I had to bore out with pin vise, just to get a bit of plastic card on there, and then a little piece in the middle, and when they're all squared up, I fit them on there. I added a bit of extra detail as well, as you can see, on the on the boots. Gave it some tread because I didn't like how it's just a flat boot. It didn't really look very realistic, and also allowed it to reach the foot plates a bit more, give a bit more length, and as you can see, they meet up really well. They sit on there flush, which I'm quite happy and proud about. I did have to file away some of the inside of the legs, because I was trying to make it equal the way that this was sitting on there, but it still fitted the same way, with one leg's closer to there than the other, but it looks good. It looks right, like it's going to fit on there. So now I know that I can get the tubing, the right sizes pieces of tubing or whatever detail I come up with to fit, to attach there to there. And I've left that in there. When the front end of the bike goes on, the big chicken head, so I'll be oh yes, I cut away the crossbar there. Originally I was filing it down so I can add this detail so it wouldn't obstruct it. I might see a bit of shadow. I realised I didn't need it, so I've cut that away, and I'll be adding some detail here just to fill the gap. And something else in here on the inside here, so that will fit on there nicely and give us that profile. Oh yeah, I've also drilled out some little vents around the circumference there, just to make it a bit different. It was similar to some detail I'd seen on the jet engine as well, so I thought I'd just add it on there, makes it a bit more different. So anyway, that will fit onto there, so that's the next thing I've got to do after I do some pipes and gubbins. Oh yeah, because I want to make some sort of anti-gravity gubbins going along here, that's another thing I'll do. And because I had to cut away piping and things when I was making this, there's a little gap there, so I might add either like a little stopper on the end of this, or carry it on and make it sort of funnel in. Where's my little pointer? Yeah. Make it bridge that gap there between there and there, so something will go across a rod or something like that. So, and then I'll make some little anti-grav doodads on here. So yeah, so the next thing I'll be doing is the pipes going across, maybe something there, and making something that will attach that to that. I'll probably fill up some of this gap in the neck there, because it is only meant to be an elaborately armoured shell around this, really. And after that, oh yeah, I'll also consider where I'll probably be drilling into there actually for the stand, because I've used up that little space there. So yeah, there's that and that. Oh yes, the very last thing was I think let's see, get this light in there properly. Let's see that in there. Let's zoom in a bit. That detail which I mentioned before was bugging me. I didn't really like how it was a flat sort of area. It had like kind of a semicircular shape going across, so I decided to extend it out into some little pipey rods, and they all fit in there, so it looks much sort of neater now, much nicer. So let's get out to there. So yeah, that's the next thing to be done is that. Right guys, thanks for watching, and thanks to my new subscribers. It's pretty cool. I've got to do some sort of something, because I've gone above 100 subscribers now. I'm not sure what exactly I'm going to do. I keep forgetting and remembering again. But thanks for everyone subscribing again and watching my videos. Thank you very much, guys. Bye. See you soon. Bye bye.